and welcome back to the Dosage podcast. We are live here on twitch.tv/dosenerdaggyman with our hosts, iRob, Cody, and myself, Gravity Well, aka Travis, for those that know me personally. This is episode 122, see, you're getting more hype as we go on with this evening. We're covering here in our episode the year 2007 in video games, quite possibly the most difficult top 10 list that we've ever had to come up with.
This was hell. This was hell.
How you guys doing so far tonight? We've this is our third episode live for those with us. For those listening back, we've did the trifecta tonight. So this is a new attempt. We have never done 3 in a row. We've done 2. We've never done 3. This is quite doable, and I think, honestly, it pressures us to keep within an hour time limit, which is pretty good, to be honest.
Not bad.
So we're doing good. But you guys doing good? You still having fun? Still
About to not be with this list. This list was terrible. It's terrible.
How many are your honorable mentions?
11. I was able to narrow down the entire list of 2007 down to 21 games. And from there, breaking it into 10 was absolute hell.
This year had no right to be so good. No right whatsoever. Why did so many franchises decide to come out in this year? And so many good ones.
And I left some of them out.
What is that noise? I'm hearing like a weird noise.
Anyways. Don't worry about the noise.
It's like water.
That's what she said.
You guys don't hear that?
Do you really want to know what it is?
Yeah, what is it?
I'm tightening my the chair, my arm chair thing with an Allen wrench.
Okay, I'm like hearing the weird, like I don't know if it was picking up something. I don't know if people listening.
Yeah, it's this arm down here. I'm tightening up.
He was doing something funky with his arm off camera.
It felt really loose, so
Lana says it's in our basement. I don't know, Lana, come down here and check. Like I'm hearing like a weird.
That was it was noise. It was by my leg. I'll stop doing it now. I'm done.
I don't know, Lana. It might be in our.
Do you hear it now? Because I just put it away.
I still hear it. It's a weird noise.
No,
do you hear it?
No. You have a ghosty.
It's the weirdest noise happening right now. So random. Anyways, that's not what you guys are here for. Random weird noises. This is what happens when you go late. Lana's gonna check it out. Let's kick off. Let's paint the picture of the year 2007, shall we? The year 2007 in gaming. It's a goat. He means a ghost. Microsoft announces Games for Windows Live, a version of Xbox Live for the Windows platform. The service launched May 8th. Microsoft announced the Xbox 360 Elite. The revision comes with a bigger hard drive and the ability to output to HDMI, which is huge because it was only component composite for that other launch model, the 360. There was no HDMI option, which honestly is wild to think about now.
Which great news for me. My Xbox got the Red Ring of Death right when this one came out.
Same.
So I instantly went from Red Ring of Death to the Elite.
Yeah, same. Mine Red Ring. How many Red Rings did you have, iRob?
1.
Yeah, I had 1.
Although one of yours, Trav, was you completely, like, after you got it, you somehow hacked your system where it didn't have a cover.
Yeah, I had 2.
It's true. I did dismantle it. So we got.
It was funny. You had the little magnet you'd have to throw on it after you put the disc on.
We got House Inspector. I hear the footsteps. I don't know if she's.
I technically had 2 Red Rings of Death, but both of them came on the same console. Because I sent my 360 off to Microsoft to get fixed, and they sent it back. And about a week and a half later, it was red ringing again. So.
Yeah, mine had multiple red rings before I finally traded it in for a new one. I like IROB said, I dismantled mine, had it on a towel. I had to spin start the disk drive by hand. Like it was rough.
I only had one, and I lucked out, and it was a funky time where I went in to GameStop and got a whole nother system for basically nothing, trading in even the one that had the red rings of death.
Yep.
Yeah, I cried.
Yeah, I did the same thing too.
The red ring made my heart drop, and I cried a little bit.
Yeah, it's not fun to have happen.
No,
Sony announced they are discontinuing the 20 gigabyte PS3 SKU, one of the two SKUs available at the system's launch, leaving only 60 SKU available for the consumer purchase. For those that don't know, these were the Fat Boy models that were backwards compatible. After that, they stopped doing backwards compatibility with the PlayStation 2 on the PS3, which, in all honesty, for that system launching over $600, it's bullshit that it wasn't backwards compatibility or they got rid of that feature. That console was so expensive, and it should have supported all. Like, that's just such a bummer. Nintendo announced WiiWare, a service similar to Xbox Live Arcade that allowed developers to release original downloadable games for the Wii. Previously, the only downloadable games available on the Wii had been limited to its Virtual Console service. After an outpouring of complaints over faulty Xbox 360 hardware, Microsoft announces an extension for the Xbox 360's warranty that applies retroactively to all consumers who have purchased the console since launch. And then Bungie announces its split with Microsoft to become an independent studio. We would then see them move on in the years to come away from Halo as well, to then support things like Destiny. Rob, how many did you get on a top 10 for this year?
Up to 9 for this one.
9, so no honorable mentions. Cody,
Nope.
what are your honorable mentions?
oh
Cody was
Lord,
trying to get me to take one of his so I could have 10, but
I did. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so my honorable mentions, and there's some heavy hitters on here. Starting off with the heavy hitter, BioShock, Crackdown, Mario Strikers Charge, uh, Dirt, Surfs Up, Forza 2, Super Paper Mario, and Uncharted.
We're going to have some talks during this one.
I started out with the banger and I left it with the banger. Oh, and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
You know, secretly those games are really good.
They are very, very good.
So
And I'm upset I left them off.
I figured out what the noise was. My microphone is so sensitive that depending on where it's pointed between omni and unidirectional settings on this thing, it picks up like some things louder and quieter. Everybody quiet for a second. See if you can hear this.
Yes.
It's seltzer. I have seltzer.
The sizzle,
Yeah.
the little sizzle.
I have
Yeah,
seltzer.
I
I'm
could hear
like,
it.
what is the water sound? It's the freaking seltzer because it's adjacent to where my microphone is pointed. So I'm like, I need to move this because that's driving me
so your
absolutely.
microphone is picking up your fizz.
It is. It was driving me absolutely bonkers at the beginning of this episode because I had opened it between episodes. So I need to move it away from the microphone because somebody listening to this back, it's probably going to drive them absolutely insane. So I apologize for those that were hearing that, depending on how loud your volume is on your playback of this. But like, listen.
I'm curious to if mine's doing it now.
What you're saying is you got such an expensive mic, you can hear everything.
I mean, it's not even that expensive of a microphone. It's only like $150 microphone.
You're just supposed to say yes, dude.
I mean, that's about the
you
same
have
as
good
mine.
stuff.
Yeah, do you have a blue? You have the Yeti, right?
Yeah, but Yeti.
Yeah, see? Like, I mean, they're really good microphones, don't get me wrong, but they're not like Sennheiser is like some stupid high quality.
Stupid
I mean,
high
they're
quality.
pretty good.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like my voice quality is very good on these podcasts.
Oh, I agree. It's better than what we started with when DNA first
Just doing it
launched.
over the phone was what I started with.
I was that you started that way. We started with the Logitech built-in camera microphone, and that thing sounded, oof.
Oh, I can't imagine using my camera microphone for that.
Yeah, it's woof. Honorary mentions for mine. Wii Play. The significance of this is because it came with a Wii Mote, which was incredibly hard to find around this time, if you remember back. So it was like a $40 or $50 bundle. You got the game, which was like expanded, cheap rip-off version of Wii Sports, but you get the extra remote. So that was why a lot of people. It was like on the best-selling list for like months and months and months and months because of that. Like that was honestly the smartest thing they could have done. God of War 2. Sorry, Trevor, didn't make my top 10. You'll understand why. Super Paper Mario. Sorry, Ty. Mario Party 8. Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. I didn't put it on the top 10 because it was a re-release of a game. It just had Wii controls. And with the top 10 that I have, I couldn't justify bumping something else out because of a re-release of a game. The Orange Box. I'm disappointed, but at the same time, you'll understand why it didn't make my top 10. But the Orange Box, most notably because of Portal. Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. To me, this is when the franchise started taking a little bit of a dip and oversaturation. However, this one, I believe, does have Dragon Force on it. I could be wrong. The Simpsons game. Honestly, super fun game. Lego Star Wars: A Complete Saga. Again, we can't go wrong with a Lego game. Silent Hill Origins. Lana's going to get mad at me for this one, but Super Mario Galaxy. And
Wow.
oh no. Oh no. And WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Those are my honorary mentions for a top 10. So
With what you just said, I got 10 now.
you have 10 now. Okay, well let's start
I do
with
have
you,
10 now.
Mr. I have 10 now. I'm assuming it was Orange Box.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I somehow skipped over that when I was doing my research,
Oops.
which shame on me, but it happens.
Lana says blasphemy. I told you I was going to get called out by Lana. I know too well.
Number 10 for me will not be on anybody else's list, but I have a memory of us playing it and having fun for like a day. Was Jackass the game.
Oh, God, yes.
So that made my top 10 just because at that time we were jackasses and it was great
He says at
for
that
a very short bit of time.
Like we still are.
Well, you might have a point, but so yeah, as much as it's not going to make a lot of other people's lists, that was my number 10.
Fair. You know, if the dog's on the podcast, he has to select.
You gonna select some? Nope, not my nose. Nope.
Kiss the
My
girl.
number 10. You want to read it?
Oof.
No. Okay. So my number 10 is one that I'm gonna get yelled at for because I bumped off a bunch of really good games for this. It's Peggle. You ever heard of Peggle?
Oh,
Peggle's a great
I'm
game.
familiar with Peggle.
It's a great game. Great game on the computer. Yeah, I actually had Uncharted as my number 10, but I was like, I didn't play PlayStation games that much to put that on there. So I crossed it off and put Peggle because I was being a little petty as well. But Peggle, my mom plays a lot, and she still plays it a lot to this day. Just like Candy Crush, just tons of it all of the time. So just the memories of my mom being synonymous with Peggle, I had to put it on the top 10 list.
Trevor says Peggle was in my top 10.
Hey! Dog dance for that one!
The dog is... What are you doing? Oh, my God. So I have to make a asterisk to this one because Ty did have this in their list in 2006, and technically he was not wrong. Ty, which I asked him in 2006, well, not in the year 2006, but during the episode of 2006, I had asked him if he was excited for the remakes. And my number 10 is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, because in 2007 it was released in North America. In 2006 it was released in Japan. So technically he's not wrong. It did release in 2006, but I just have to have an asterisk next to mine for this list to give people an understanding if they question the release of that. And I am very much excited for the I guess remaster, if you will. This was the first Pokemon game that I believe Andrew had ever played, and there are pictures of us sitting at one of the houses she was renting back at this time period on the couch playing our DSs, and I remember many, many days where we just sat on that couch playing through Pokemon side by side. And I don't even know if we were just speaking to each other or not. We were just playing through Pokemon, sitting on that couch. So, fun times. It's you, Ira. The silence is the...
The silence is my cue? Is that what you're saying? It's time to start talking?
Yeah, because it's rare for me to shut up, so if it's like 3 seconds that I haven't said anything...
Well, I didn't know if you were pausing for dramatic effect. So
Nope.
He was waiting for the dog to do his top 10.
It's true, actually. He's looking at the
Yeah,
camera.
we got on to my number 9, which nobody else probably have again. I have the 3D Ultra Mini Golf.
Oh.
Because I still pull that up on my 360 in the bedroom here and goof around on it. So it's just had some lasting power for going on and playing some virtual mini golf.
I do remember that game. Xbox Arcade was awesome.
Sorry, I was confused about what he was doing. He was sniffing the mic. Anyway, my number 9 is Skate. Personally, I think this is a better skateboarding game than even Tony Hawk Underground and Tony Hawk Underground 2. I just had a lot more fun with this. The story was really good. The controls, it just allowed you to do so much more, and it made you actually feel like you had to have a little bit of talent to do it, because each one of the moves was a different angle or whatever on the actual joystick itself. So it just felt like you were immersed just a little bit more. It wasn't just clicking buttons. You actually were kind of doing things in this one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
the full stick control was awesome. New way to implement, and honestly, I don't understand how you could go back from doing that in games.
No. It's very, very good, and I mean, this started really this Skate legacy as well, and I mean, hopefully they make another one because we'd all like to see it, especially on new gen.
So there are generally in the industry signs that point to when specific games are coming out again. Sometimes this isn't accurate, but there could be something coming, because being added to Game Pass this month is Skate 1 and Skate 3. Is that a weird coincidence? Is that just in rotation? Or Skate 4 announcement imminent?
I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. I would love another one in the franchise too. Those games are
Absolutely.
a lot of fun. I want a bigger world. I want cooler environments. That's been my only critique about those games. There needs to be a bigger world to play in, a bigger sandbox. Number 9, right?
Yep.
Number 9 for me was a game I was so incredibly hype on, and still enjoy this franchise today, and I know it's gotten mixed reviews. All of them have been generally mixed reviewed, but I don't care. I've enjoyed them. This was also supposed to be an answer to Grand Theft Auto, and this game is called Crackdown. I absolutely love the idea that you're a cop and you get to do missions taking down bad guys, but you're a super cop, which you level up by collecting orbs and skill points by doing things, whether it be driving or shooting or missions or racing. Depending on what you do, you level up and your character gets better at such abilities. I thought that was neat. And the mechanics in the game and it was just generally fun. It was really good series. Still is. 3 got mixed reviews. But I enjoyed Crackdown. If you haven't played it.
Crackdown is another one that I unfortunately pulled from my top 10.
To each their own.
There's just so much. There's just so much.
So, guess what my number 8 is?
Crackdown.
Crackdown.
Yay!
And I didn't play it as much as you did, but it was one of those that I got into playing with you, and I remember that. So it was
it's just fun
on my list.
Mox, what do you got?
What do you like, baby? Now, you want to keep hopping up and down? You're gonna be held like a baby. Okay. My number 8.
I was waiting for the dog.
Now he's embarrassed. He's embarrassed. He's being held like a baby now. No, you don't want to say anything? Okay. My number 8 is another one that you guys are going to get mad at because it made my top 10 and so many others didn't. It's Cooking Mama on the Wii.
What the heck is with your list?
Yeah. Bro, Cooking Mama on the Wii was insane. I mean, most of us have played the Cooking Mama on at least the DS because that's where it really got popular. But on the Wii and actually having to do all these things, like motion it out, it just made it so much better. The Cooking Mama games in general are great, but once you add in the element of having to actually do the stuff, it just elevates it even a little bit more.
So when I said what I said then about Ty's pick on a prior episode, and alluded to the fact about them being on the Wii, that's why you had the reaction you had now. It's all coming together now. This is why you can't miss an episode, listeners.
Yeah, hit number 8. Number 8 on my list. I put a lot of time into that, and that's one that me and my sister used to play a lot together. Me and my sister didn't play a lot of games together, but when we did play games together, it was Wii games, and it was in 2007, so this list is going to emanate.
Fair. Sounds like the game had a mass effect on you.
I hate you.
Well, speaking of Mass Effects, my 8th entry, my number 8, is Mass Effect.
I'm about to walk away.
As you should.
Me too.
You should
I'm
not.
about to walk away right now.
You should not. You should not. Stick around.
I mean, I put
folks.
Cooking Mama, but I'm gonna walk away from that one.
Shame. So yeah, Mass Effect. For those that don't know, this is an incredible franchise, except for Andromeda. That game is poopy. It's the poopy water. It's the bathtub full of poopy water.
When I played it, it wasn't bad.
Well, you didn't play it on launch then.
I did not.
Yeah, I made that mistake. I have videos on my personal YouTube of me just yelling because I'm clipping through the walls and I'm underneath the map while everyone's up above me. Just so mad. This doesn't make sense. You couldn't go through like doorways because the invisible barriers. This is so broken. But yeah, Mass Effect, great
They had
franchise.
fixed it by the time I played it, so it was actually entertaining.
Yeah, I understand. Maybe one day I'll go back to it, but not today.
Hi, did you hear my number 8 pick?
I don't know if you did. Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama on the Wii.
Cooking Mama on
Cooking
the Wii.
Mama.
On the Wii. So yeah, Mass Effect, the ability to have RPG elements mixed with the shooter kind of perfected the type of gameplay that iRob already established he likes with the Knights of the Old Republic type gameplay loop where you do missions, you do relationships, you shoot people. Mass Effect's just good. It's a sci-fi western shooter, just really well made. Moving on to 7, what you got, iRob?
7 for me is Medal of Honor Airborne. It's one of the war games like that I actually liked. The story mode was nice. Like I said, I don't ever play online, so for me it's more about the story, campaign mode, you will, for it. And I just enjoyed that one, and I've gone back and played through it a couple more times since then. So
I can't tell if Trevor's being serious right now. He's asking, "What's a cooking mama?"
Cookie Mama is a great game where you choose a recipe and you cook it.
If he had a comment in there after cooking, he could be calling one of us mama and asking us what's cooking. So
That's
he
true.
could be trying to pick us up, but without
We'll stick
proper
in, Mama. Like
without
Johnny
proper
Bravo.
hoo ha hoo hoo.
That's
Just
it, John. What's cooking, Mama? Hoo, ha, hoo.
he's trolling. Oh, he's pulling a tie.
I have never played Cooking Mama, so there you go.
He should. It's worth a play.
Shit.
It's worth a play.
You are not getting on the desk. Chill.
Why not?
Because I have things on the desk.
Oh, look at that big yawn.
Don't you yawn in front of these people.
He's so bored with you.
You have a big mouth. I'm on number 7, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Another Wii game comes in on my list here. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Yeah, I was wrong when I said that on my honorable mentions because it definitely is on my top 10 list. Yeah, this is another one that me and my sister played. He's on my desk. Played a lot of, and just the two worlds connecting. I was a big fan of Mario and Sonic, so the two worlds connecting and it being like different countries is what it felt like, just like the Olympics. It was just a really fun game in general. And then obviously this is at the time where like Michael Phelps was dominant, dude. Was like dominating the Olympics, and he's from Maryland as well, so that was really big for us. Yeah, it was just great in general.
The dog right now is great. Yeah, Michael Phelps was definitely high up there on the winnings, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Really high up there.
Really high. I can't
He swims
see
fast.
dog. He raced a shark.
He raced a shark.
Yeah, you didn't see that on was it on National Geographic? I don't know. He raced a shark, like a
No,
legitimate shark.
I can't say I saw that.
It was on TV. He raced a shark in the water.
Did he win?
No.
Is he
I
dead
don't
then?
think so.
Did he get eaten by the shark?
No, he's alive. He's very much alive. But it was, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it was an AI shark that was kind of mo-capped off of a real shark.
Oh, okay. Now it makes sense.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good special. But they hyped it up so much like he was gonna race an actual shark. It was during Shark Week like 2 years ago.
I love Shark Week. I'm surprised I missed this.
It was only like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, Batman says if he lost, he's dead. If he wins, he's alive. I mean, that's generally what happens when you race a shark.
Well, he's very much alive and in Annapolis, Maryland, where he resides.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Join us every time on the Dosage for Cody facts regarding Michael Phelps.
Love Michael Phelps.
So does my wife.
Yeah. I don't.
Anybody Maryland. Anybody Maryland. Maryland has a lot of pride within it. I mean, we wear our flag, so that kind of tells you a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been there, so I don't know. I don't
Crabs? We got crabs. The good ones though, blue crab. And one of them cut my finger on Sunday. I had crabs on Sunday, and if you can see that wound,
Jesus.
pretty deep.
Only on
pretty
Sunday you had
deep
crabs?
cut. Yeah,
Only on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. Blue crabs that we cooked and turned red, and put Old Bay on.
Maryland has Thai as well. Now, see, now I need the
does have Thai.
food. I that's what I need.
Crab cakes.
Yes. See, Michigan's like barbecue. Everything's
We have
barbecue. Beef.
We have beef.
You guys have good water.
Do we?
That was
That's
a
where
funny
Nestle
joke.
gets
I'm
all their
sorry.
water.
I guess. There's a lot of fish here too, like bass and stuff.
Mm. I'm not a big seafood fan, unless it's shellfish.
I'm not allowed to be. My wife won't eat really any seafood.
Mm.
Like we got Hello Fresh last week, and it came with salmon as one of them. And she's like, "Yeah, you making that on one of your lunch breaks? I'm not having that for dinner." So I got 2 portions
It's
all to
delicious. What
myself.
is she talking about?
It was delicious, and I ate both portions myself because I'm a fatty. But it was good. It was
Seems to
salmon though.
expand
It's lean.
horizons.
To be fair, like I didn't eat both portions of the rice, which is a lot of the carbs anyways. The salmon's lean, so really I probably consumed less than 1,000 calories for that meal, which is still a lot, but it could have been much worse. Anyways, we're not here for
What's your number
dietary
7, Trev?
conversation. We got yours right. I don't want to skip Cody.
Yeah, mine was the Olympics. That's how we got
Okay.
on Michael Phelps and racing a shark and Maryland and crabs and yeah.
So enough about my fat ass. Let's talk about some more Assassin's Creed. I tried with that
That was a
one.
stretch. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a
It was
stretch.
a bigger stretch than the dog.
Bigger stretch than the ass.
Yo. Assassin's Creed. While this is probably my least favorite in the franchise, it still set up a franchise that I really enjoy to this day. And my has that franchise evolved over time and for the better. But this one was very unique gameplay. It did so many things that other games didn't do. So I really enjoyed it. Assassin's Creed number 7.
And into my number 6, I had Mario Party 8. It was one for the Wii, and I just remember as soon as somebody had it, it was it was kind of like if you weren't playing Wii Sports, you were playing Mario Party. So that was what was going on.
It makes sense. Good party game. Good. Everyone can basically understand the gameplay mechanics and pick it up and play. Even though the games cheat, they're still fun.
Yeah, my number 6 is also Mario Party 8.
Look at you.
For those same reasons, and of course, I said that the Wii is going to dominate the majority of this list for reasons that I've explained. But yeah, Mario Party 8 just took a great game in Mario Party and made you be active with it. And it was just a great game in general.
So spoiler alert, I do not have a single Wii game in my top 10.
Wow. Over half my list is Wii games.
Interesting. Number 6 for me was a game that revolutionized, to me, and ushered in the next gen of shooters. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. It changed the pacing from what we were familiar with shooters, example being Counter-Strike, to a much more fast-paced competitive game with so many different types of weapons and environments and strategies into an ever-growing online world of competitive play that was a lot easier to get your hands on than a PC rig. So the importance of this game alone is why it's on this list.
Storyline was great too.
Yeah, the story was fantastic. Online is fantastic. There's minimal flaws with this particular game. But there are other games that were better than it that came out that year for me. But that's my number 6.
And, well, on to my number 5, I had the Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Talked about some of the Lego ones before. This one I just remember playing a lot because I had all of it, like the first six games, the first 6 movies, all there for you. You could play through. That was one of the first ones that me and Amy played through 100% together. So
You do know that they eventually are. There's no release date confirmed, but it is confirmed it is coming. The Skywalker saga, which is all the movies, all 9 films. not the spin-offs, just the main nine. They aren't doing it like they had done in that one, where they just kind of bundled them into a game. They're rebuilding it from the ground up and different camera controls and everything for this one. It's a brand new experience with all nine movies. So it was supposed to be out already, but there's no solid date because of everything in the world happening right now, obviously.
Yes. I will. So that one, when that comes out, I will be buying that because if I don't, my wife will kill me. So
Well, as you should. I'm assuming it's going to be a great game. So,
Number five.
yes,
yes, you're on number five.
My number five is Rock Band, and this is another Wii game in my opinion because we had it on the Wii. Yeah, this was just great. It took Guitar Hero and made it much better with other instruments and singing involved with it as well. Um, yeah, this is just another one that whenever the friends would come over, whenever the family got together, this would be the game we pulled out. We'd bring out the drums, we'd bring out the both guitars, and we would bring out the microphone as well. And yeah, we would just be jamming for hours and hours.
I would have to say that game rocks.
It does rock.
It's true.
and you're a band.
It's true.
You are a band.
It's true. My number five is one of the games that potentially made it a must-have for a PlayStation 3 console, and that is Uncharted: Drake's Fortune. I still remember the marketing, the sexist marketing for this game. They market it as such a game so cinematic that your girlfriend won't even know it's actually a game and would watch it with you. That was for real how they like pushed marketing back then for this.
That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. It wouldn't work these days.
Nope. But people so openly described it as such too, and I'm just like, so girls can't play games? Is this some narrative that girlfriends just don't want their boyfriends playing games? Is that a problem? I don't know. It was
For some girlfriends, I'm sure it is.
it was a weird marketing tactic on their part for that. But
Did it work?
I don't know. That's not why I got the game. I got the game because it was basically Dude Raider,
Dude Raider.
which was one of the joking working titles for the game too. Fun fact. Because it basically is. It took the elements of Tomb Raider and perfected it. At this point, we've gotten good Tomb Raiders after these. But it was just an adventure game, had great mechanics, good story, good visuals. It's just a fun game, still replayable to this day. Like, if you have not played Uncharted, I highly, 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 highly recommend you playing it, getting your hands on either a PS3, 4, or 5 and playing. They do have the Drake collection, and it's probably the ultimate way to play it. So, yeah, play Uncharted. Great game. That's my number 5.
Right. My number 4 was Skate. And kind of already hit on main things before. It was kind of took Tony Hawk, made things better. Played it a bunch. No, nothing really more to say about it, I guess.
My number 4 is Halo 3. Great game overall, but I feel like the best part of this game came the year after, in ODST. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this isn't. It's just not my favorite Halo out of all of them. And I have a lot of love for the Halo franchise, and just this one didn't strike me the right way. So it still struck me enough to make my top 5 in a very difficult list like this, but just I feel like there was multiple games that I put more time and effort into because this one really disappointed me a little bit.
I know you're number one then.
No, you don't.
I do though.
You might.
I 100% do.
You might.
You it's on the
Okay,
Wii.
Trav, what's your number 3?
It's a. No, we're on 4 still.
Okay, well, do your number 4 then.
No, I know it. I know his. I figured it out.
Well, we'll see when we get there.
I think you're wrong.
Nope. Nope. Number 4 for me, and I cheated on this one. I'm sorry, but it is a standalone game as well as a bundled game. Portal.
Didn't enjoy that.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Oh,
that is one of my
enjoy
favorite games of all time.
I just didn't. I don't know what it was. Maybe there was just so many other good games that came out that I put a lot more attention into that I just didn't think about Portal.
you hurt me.
Because I really can only remember playing it like twice, honestly. Maybe it's something I need to go back and play.
Yes.
I really never gave it a chance. I know the joke about the cake. That's about it.
It's a lie.
It is a lie. But that's pretty much it. I didn't put too much time into Portal.
What about
Less
Portal
than
2?
an hour. Less than an hour in the Portal franchise.
I could beat the game in less than an hour.
Both of
I
them.
think you have.
Both of them? No, not both of them.
With both of them, I've probably put less than an hour, maybe a half hour.
Oh man, I'm so sad right now. I'm so
Maybe I'll give it a
sad
try.
right now. That needs to be a
Is it on Game
stream.
Pass?
Yeah.
I might download it.
Lana says, I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Those are lyrics
Yeah,
to the song.
It's just not a game that I got into. And maybe it would have broke this top 10, but it would have been very difficult. Like I said, I had 21 different titles battling for the top 10 list.
Lana's singing GLaDOS right now. There's just so much charm to the game. And it's a great game to watch speedrun too. It's probably one of my favorite at games done quick that they do.
Well, what's that new shooter that kind of is like Portal mixed with a shooter? You know what I'm talking about?
No,
There's a new, hold on. My phone's dead. I can't look it up. I can go on. Microsoft, let's see.
while you do that, yeah,
Way
Portal,
on to my number 3.
Portal number 4, easily like play it, play it, play it, play it,
Splitgate.
play it. Which game?
It's called Splitgate. Came out this month.
Huh.
But yeah, it's Portal meets shooter. And
No, I must find this game and try it now.
yeah, it's called Splitgate. There's a lot of it's apparently it's good on online play, but it's also very confusing because everybody's able to make portals and it just looks like a bad episode of Scooby-Doo.
It sounds intense. All right, Ira, what's your number 3?
Number 3 for me was Rock Band. And basically it took a Guitar Hero and made it where people that are into music but don't play guitar could actually play through the game. Because if people don't know, I played bass, and I could actually pick to play the bass part and go through the entire catalog by myself if I wanted to. So that, for me, made it where I liked it more than the Guitar Hero franchise at that point.
The suspense. What do you got, Cody?
My number 3 is probably a game you think is my number 1. It is Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Nope, did not think that was your number 1.
Okay.
I still
Well,
feel I know it. I know
Call
it.
of Duty Modern Warfare is my number 3 game. And honestly, it's gonna stay. Yeah, Modern Warfare. I did put a lot of time into this. I kind of left Halo at this time to move over to Call of Duty, and I followed Call of Duty after this.
A lot of people I
Um,
know did that.
so yeah, I mean, just the online play in general. A lot of toxic lobbies of people saying a lot of slurs in them. Um, yeah,
Yes.
but overall, just the gameplay was great and the storyline was great. Um, yeah, no complaints. This is Call of Duty 3 was awesome, but this is the one that really pulled me away from Halo a little bit further than I would have liked now that I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah, I remember that timetable too because Halo came out in the middle of September 2007. It was, I believe, early November for Modern Warfare. So there was a good 6 weeks that Halo had. And I remember how full and matchmaking was. And it was like a ghost town for a few
When Call of
days.
Duty came out.
Yeah, and people would start to trickle back over, but it was never. And Halo 3 did the heat map. They'd show you all the lights in the world,
Hmm.
how many people were on, and the population.
Just trickled out.
And yeah, it's. I had the group of friends that I ran with in Halo 3. Every time I wanted to run with them, they're like, we're playing Modern Warfare with our crew. And it's like, oh. And those people never looked back.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, damn. That
I
was a.
mean, that's kind of how I was until honestly about 2013, 14, until I really started. What was that? Guardian that came out? Guardians that came out?
That's 5. 4 came out around then.
Yeah. So Halo 4 came out, and that's what started to pull me back. But that's also the same time frame you had some really good Call of Duty games going on. You still had the Black Ops games going on and everything like that. So it was really hard to kind of grasp me and pull me completely back because, like you just said, the crews were playing Call of Duty. They weren't playing Halo anymore.
Well, and that's what makes the experience so fun. And it's honestly like what's brought back this resurgence. And I'm glad that we've, have the people that we have that are all interested in Halo that will play with us because it makes it so much better to have people to play with in a game. So I get
Hmm.
that mob or like gang mentality to things that you're going to run with your gang.
Yeah.
It's your crew. You're going to play what they play. And that's the mentality of people too when they pick the systems that they're going to play. No, I know the title still says 2005. When I exported, it'll update. Thanks, Ty. So that's generally the mentality. Like a lot of people favorite certain things, depending on what like their crew or their clique or whatever is playing. And I mean that's a fair assessment because like you don't want to be the one friend just playing with themselves.
What's wrong with playing with yourself?
I did the sound, the laugh bite there. So, but yeah, continuing on. That was your number 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Modern Warfare.
My number 3 is Rock Band. This was a game that I got that year for Christmas from my in-laws, who weren't in-laws yet. But I remember the story of my now sister-in-law and my mother-in-law. I believe they all went out together, the girls. They snatched it out of another lady's hand because they couldn't figure out which system that their whoever was. They had like a PlayStation 3 and an Xbox 360 in their hand, and like the girls knew which one that I had asked for, so they snatched it out of this lady's hand to obtain it because they wanted to find it for me for Christmas. And then we used to spend several days at her family's house over Christmas time, and I actually got it out, set it up, and played it and everything, and it was awesome. Like the drums were responsive. The only critique that I have was the damn bass drum pedal was cheap and it broke. Fortunately, they knew that and you could send in and they would mail you a replacement one. But it would literally snap in the middle and just break in half. And like, yeah, I play drums in real life and I might put a little bit too much pressure, but it shouldn't break like
A
that. It's
little too much oomph.
a little too much, but it shouldn't break like that. So yeah, but yeah, that's my number 3. Rock Band. Again, the memories, the franchise has gone on. Still, they stopped again making the games, but the amount of songs that I have today from all the different spin-offs and games, it's it's a lot of fun. And like Rob said, he could pick up the bass. We can have a band, and it was just fun recreating those memories.
You've gotten through on expert through the fire and flames.
It's true. One time. But that's all that mattered. One time. Lana says having to play Creep 7 million times in the campaign. Yeah, that was never fun. Having to play it that many times. But yeah, that's my number 3. Let's continue on here. What's number 2, Rob?
Number 2 for me is the Orange Box / Portal, because it's the only game I ever played out of it. But
Team Fortress 2 is really good. You should play that.
I played that with you a couple times. I didn't ever play it by myself. But Portal, played through that a lot. I actually have it on my 360 here in the bedroom. The Portal's Still Alive, where you had the challenge maps. I went back through and played all that. Played through the game like 3 more times. So has some stay power for me. I just liked it how much they put in where it's actually the physics where you have to use your momentum and gravity to launch yourself farther. It was just figuring things out. It was just fun for me.
You got to use me.
I have to use you?
You said you got to use gravity.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
It's a laugh track.
I'm going to abuse that thing. Thanks, Bo Burnham.
Can you hear that?
No, what is it?
The battle cry.
Get
My
out of here.
number 2 is Super Mario Galaxy. This is one of my favorite Mario games.
No.
Did you think that was the number 1?
Yes.
It was close. It was very close. Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy, what a great game. Just in general. All the Mario games besides Sunshine really were great.
Whoa.
We've talked about this.
I know.
We talked about this a couple years back.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll get to that one because I got the All-Stars pack on the Switch, but yeah, Galaxy was just a great game, and obviously with the Wii coming out, a lot of time was spent on the Wii. And this is one that I was just trying to completely 100% the entire game, which I did end up doing. So I just remember spending a lot of time and just going from world to world to world, and it was just a great game in general.
Yeah, I think Lana has done the same thing with both of the Galaxy games. I do have to ask this, Ty, what is Pop Tropica? That's his number 3. What is that?
About to Google it.
I've never heard of that. While you're looking that up, my number 2 pick. This was a very
online role-playing game developed in 2007. It's an education game for kids 6 to 15.
Huh.
Yeah, it's an online virtual world, an MMORP, which connects players all over the globe. Such games teach players to interact with each other to complete tasks and achieve small game-based goals. It looks like it kind of looks like Club Penguin, honestly.
Club Penguin.
Yeah, it looks like Club Penguin. Just not with penguins. Yeah.
All right. My number 2. This was tough. It was tough between my number 2 and number 1, but my number 2 is BioShock.
Didn't even make my list.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Never played it.
Oh, what? You've never played BioShock? That's a joke, right? How have I not known that? How did I not tell you had to play that?
'Cause you did.
Oh my god, I have failed as a friend.
You failed him.
I
failed him
did.
yet again.
Oh my. BioShock.
What's that one game? Oh, NHL 07. You should have had that on your.
Yeah, it all is because of that. It is all because of that. Good lord. Honestly, I love the franchise. I hope one day that we get a proper next installment in the BioShock series. And I absolutely love the first BioShock. It hits all those right notes on things that I look for in gaming. It's just such a fun game. I might play that on stream one day, just to kind of share the passion that I have with this game. It's so good, and it's one of its sequels. Infinite is, in my opinion, a probably top 10 or even top 5 favorite game of all time.
It's a good game.
Absolutely love it so much. But the first BioShock is just it's so wonderful. It's a game that I could play over and over and over again. And I've stopped myself multiple times because I know my wife would get mad at me. Stopped myself from buying it on the Switch just to have it on another system to play. I want to because it's only like $20, but I know I'll get the question. Don't you already have this? Why do you need it again? Because that's my only response.
You don't have it on the Switch.
Exactly. It's a dumb reason. It's just,
What if I want to leave the house and play it?
thank you, Cody. You understand. That's the exact argument. I want it for that reason.
I think I just sold it for you. You're good. Just play this back for. Timestamp.
You're gonna get
Me and Cody are both on your side, so she'll just cave and we'll be right.
Exactly.
That
She
won't
already
happen.
said I'm
Just-
smart, didn't she?
Yeah, it's true.
She did say I'm smart, so I can't be too wrong, you know? Oh, there she is.
Yeah, there she is. Trevor hired iRob back. iRob, you're rehired by Trevor.
When has that question ever stopped you? When has that question ever stopped you?
I don't know, but iRob, you were rehired by Trevor so he can fire you again. I don't know, Lana. What's stopping me? What is stopping me? Should I do it? Should I pull the trigger, guys? I do have a gift card right now for Amazon, so the game technically would only cost me like $5. Do I do it, ladies and gentlemen?
That's up to you if you want to deal with your wife for that one.
We're on air now.
For $5? Yeah.
When have I ever caved? She has not ever caved. See?
That was a joke. I didn't think she would cave.
She's not going to cave. Do I need another copy of BioShock?
We have made it to 2007 number 1 picks.
One.
Ooh! It's time to celebrate!
The hardest
You want
year
to take
so
a guess? For me?
I'm going to guess that it's the same game I picked.
Is it though?
Yes,
I don't know. My number one for 2007 is Mass Effect.
it is not.
Not to say no. And I will admit I was late to this party. I did not play this until last year.
Whoa.
When they had it downloaded for free from on the Xbox.
Best.
Yep. But I played through that, and I played through 1, 2, and 3 times last summer, and then was right on it getting it when the Ultimate came out, and have played through all of that. It took me a month to get through all 3 of the games again.
Now, answer this question for people out there, because I've only put 2 hours into the remaster. Trevor says he didn't even play until the remaster, still only on 2. Answer this question. How wildly different is the remaster, most specifically of the first game, but how different are any of them than the original, since you've sunk so much time into it? This is a real question that I want to know.
The first one for me, the playthrough was the same that I remember, but the graphics were much better. They did go in and rework a lot of the, because when it came out in 2007, people would be, like, the other characters would be talking and mouths would be moving and there would be audio, but it wouldn't sync up. How a lot of the games were back then. Like, this person's talking, but their mouth just goes.
So it got a visual makeover. Mechanics aren't wildly different.
I didn't notice a whole lot. I had heard other people that they changed it and they liked it better. I don't know if I just didn't remember that what it was before. Me playing through this time, everything just was smooth, but that's how I remember it. because I didn't play it until it was been out for 12 years.
Gotcha. Because I know one of the biggest complaints was the Mako from the original, and I heard that got.
The Mako's still kind of funky, but for me it was just you get used to how it drives.
Okay.
It's
Let me fair.
I will admit that that's not great, but it's also a very small part of the game for me is driving the Mako.
All right. Well, thank you for that, IROB.
Now, you thought my number one was Super Mario Galaxy.
I
What
did.
what it actually is Mass Effect.
Wow,
And
both of you.
Mass Effect might be my number one or number two favorite game of all time.
Really?
Especially the first one. The first one was extremely good, and this is a game that like I got to actually play in the living room because my mom viewed it more like a movie than an actual game. She thought there was very movie-esque parts to this. So yeah, I mean, Mass Effect was just very good, and I loved how the choices that you make throughout the game actually meant something, along with even loading up into the second game. All of your choices from the first game mattered. Like it was just an extension onto it. So Mass Effect just in general, especially number one, is my number one game and arguably my one through three favorite games of all time.
Ty says their number one is Guitar Hero 3. Question about Mass Effect 2. At this time, did we know that it was going to link up to sequels and work
We
the
did
way it did?
not.
I was going to say, like, I feel I don't remember that being a thing until the selling point of 2. Because I was blown
Yeah.
away by what
Yeah,
2
it just
did.
took your save data and all of the choices you made, whether you chose to
Uh,
kill one guy or the other guy, all of your
and what you
choices.
what you did in one affected how three went too. Like
Yep.
it pulled it all together.
The thing
Yep.
that pissed me off about 2, and we'll get to it when we get to that year, it doesn't even matter if you imported your save or not. Like, the beginning of the story just kind of kills it for me for 2. We'll dive into that when we get to that year. So that's a teaser for things to come as far as our Dosage podcast. So my number one pick, this should probably come as no surprise. Do you guys want to predict? Because honestly, this is a gimme. No, neither of you?
It's a gimme? I don't know. I feel like all the big ones have already been said.
Nope.
I
Halo
don't know.
3.
Oh, you didn't say it. I said Halo 3. You
You did
didn't.
say Halo 3. I did not say. So Halo 3 for me, this was from this game on is when I had consistent Xbox Live. I sunk so many hours with so many people into online. I solo legendary this game. I played co-op the very first night it came out. I picked it up at midnight, got home, played it. It was finished by 7:30 in the morning. Played straight through. Campaign was the first thing I did. It was already done within 24 hours of the game being released. Legendary done. All I focused on then was getting the last achievements, getting the Hayabusa armor set for getting all the achievements in the game so I could rock that in online, and then just had so much fun, like finding all the skulls and all that stuff, obviously clearing everything up. But man, did I sink so much time into this game. And yes, I adore 2, but this one just had a great story, had great visuals. It set up and finished the trilogy of the events, and it's just such a great thing. And it was an utter disappointment that the game like ODST followed it.
Stop it. That storyline was the best.
I liked the marketing
Uh,
campaign for ODST.
you just don't like the mechanics of some things.
I don't like the health system now in ODST.
Yeah,
ODST is the worst Halo game.
I think it's the best storyline personally.
To play through it, to me, it's not Halo. So
It is. It is kind of.
You want the best story? Play Halo Reach.
Reach is good.
Reach is amazing. But yeah,
That's the strategy one.
no, Reach is the prequel. Sets up the events. Reach is when you find
Which
out
one is the strategy game?
Halo Wars.
It was Halo Wars. Yeah,
Yeah, Reach
which
is.
Travis loved that as well.
I do like
yeah. Put a lot of
RTS.
time into wars.
No, Reach is the one where you're defending the planet. Ultimately, the game is you lose the planet, but then you find out about the Spartan system. Master Chief. It's the prequel that sets up the event of the first game, the Combat Evolved. So it sets up
Gotcha.
Master Chief's story. But it's such a cool story. One by one, the platoon that you're running with continues to die. Spoiler.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm not thinking of ODST. I've been
ODST
thinking
is
of
the Orbital
ODST the
Drockshot
entire.
Troopers.
Yeah. ODST is the one where you're not a Spartan.
Yeah, you're just
Uh,
you're the ODSTs. You have
Maybe
the
I was thinking of Reach.
yeah, you have the SMGs as your primary weapons.
It's that, and I didn't like it because, like we got Travis said, the health system is just so different to me. It's not Halo
There's no overshield.
in ODST.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just in this time frame, like I said, this is the time frame that almost everybody abandoned Halo
Yeah, no,
and went over to Modern Warfare and the Call of Duty.
they did, and
This was Call of Duty's era
it
right here.
was, and it's unfortunate too because honestly, Halo 3, like, it's 6 weeks before Modern Warfare was just incredible. It got its footing back, and people finally went to what they preferred. But it was a great time for online gaming. Again, I have so many memories, so many late nights, with iRob, Staplegun, and so many other people of that time period, including Andrew Lana. It had split screen, which was another huge benefit. It was just a fantastic game. I have really no complaints for it. And shout out again to Trevor. He sold me his Master Chief helmet recently, which was only available with the Legendary Bundle of the game, which back then I didn't have the money to get. So I missed out on it. And it's sitting up on top of my nerd shelf, and it's a wonderful prized piece of my collection now, having that helmet. I don't care if it's used or worn or whatever. Like it's now a cherished item of my collection because I absolutely love the Halo franchise. So just glad to have that. But as always, we break down the best-selling games of the year in conclusion of the year 2007. This has been our 122nd episode of The Dosage. And these are 7 games that ranked as the best-selling games of 2007 in terms of worldwide retail sales. These games sold at least 5 million units or more worldwide in 2007. Coming in at number 7, Super Mario Galaxy at 5.1 million units sold. That's units sold, that's not cash value in sales. Times that by 50, 60, or 70, depending on the cost. And that's a big number. Number 6, Brain Age 2, more training in minutes a day, 6 million units sold. 5, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, 7 million units sold. 4, We Play, 7.3 million units sold. So We Play outsold Call of Duty 4 because of that damn controller it was bundled with. That's a lot of Wiimotes. Halo 3 coming in at number 3. How fitting. 8.1 million units sold. Number 2, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. This is cheating because it's 2 games technically, so 9.8 million units sold. Can you guys guess what number 1 is?
Call of Duty.
I already said Call of Duty. It's number 5.
I don't know.
Jeez. Number 1, Wii Sports.
Hey, do you count that as cheating as well?
I guess you could purchase it by itself, couldn't you? I know it was
Yeah.
bundled, but I don't understand why it would. Wii Sports came in at 15 million units sold.
Jesus. Yes, Triple H. Triple H was number one.
It's true, Triple H. Madden says Ty. Wicked with the
Technically, he was
marathon.
number two.
It's true. But this has been our ending of the trifecta of episodes we recorded live. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We have concluded 2005, 2006, and now in this episode 2007. 2 weeks from tonight, we will return again for more Dosage podcast. I will be away next week Tuesday, so no episode from me. If anyone wants to do a pop-up stream on Tuesday, they are more than welcome to. I will be at Comerica Park, the Detroit Tigers baseball stadium, attending a concert.
And the week after that, I will be gone.
So there you go.
I'll be at a wedding that weekend and into Monday and Tuesday.
So there you go. So he will be absent for that, so we might have stand-ins for our next trifecta when we do 2009 or 2008, 9, and 10 will be 2 weeks from now. Love the Tigers captains, Batman. Yep, I will be 1 week from tonight in Tiger Stadium. Tomorrow, I think our plan is to play some Halo. If anyone wants to join us for that, if any of you guys can make it. If you can make it, Cody,
I will not.
you can't make it. You got it rescheduled, right?
Yep, the one from tonight, that was an hour and a half away. Rescheduled till tomorrow, but they rescheduled a half hour later, so instead of 7 p.m., it's 7:30.
Yikes. So no Cody. We'll get some dubs for Cody tomorrow then.
Yeah, I won't be home till midnight or so.
Oh, yikes, man. Well, good luck with your sale.
Big house.
Get that money. Maybe iRob will join us. Maybe Ty will be with us. Maybe you can convince Batman to join us. I know we ain't convincing Trevor to join us. Maybe Lana. Rated
Well,
says
if you
I'll
want
be
me to
there.
join for Halo, I'll bring the team down.
Again, why does everyone worry about that? Like any of us care?
So
Hey.
somebody cares.
The person on the bottom is the anchor of the team. Not that they bring them down, but that they hold everything steady. Okay?
I mean, is it that
And if
serious?
you're at the bottom, everybody above you that has those big egos, they're going to be fighting. Everybody needs somebody to blame. So you are there as that anchor to be that person to blame.
It's not very inviting, Cody.
That's very inviting. It is a useful role that is needed.
Good Lord. Welcome
That was
to the internet.
motivational.
Is it? Is
That was
that
motivational.
inspiring right there to just not suck ass?
Chat, was that motivational even for the people that are at the bottom? I think it was.
I don't know.
You are the anchor of the team.
Rated says you can't be worse than me, iRob. 10 out of 10 motivation from Ty. Trevor will be here in chat in spirit.
Thank you. 10 out of 10.
Well, that's
my
happening
friend.
tomorrow. So join us for that. Thursday, brand new episode of NPC airing at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be pre-recorded. You can catch that on YouTube. And then live officially at 8 p.m. with a brand new episode of NAW. All the belts are on the line on Thursday. Yes. We're kicking off August going big. If you guys haven't redeemed yet, do so. That's again Thursday. And then FanFest Friday. We're officially over the world. We have defeated the world. So no SmackDown, no AEW, no New Japan. And no nothing. No none of that.
Are you saying it's going to be boring now?
No, we're actually going to feature our talent again instead of other people.
They don't deserve it. It's okay, though.
Yikes.
Maybe they do.
Man, who knows?
No, they should. They deserve it.
There you go, Rated Redemption. See, that's how you do it.
I am the cream.
Oh, yeah. But anyways, that's all going down. Look out for pop-up streams. Mikey was here in chat earlier. He's all set up. He's got a new capture card. He was running on a Mac, and the capture card that we got him was not functioning properly, so he got himself a new capture card. So he got himself reset up today, and he's going to be streaming for us again here soon, so be on the lookout for that. And then, of course, After Dark Wicked After Dark. Tune in for that if you're up late or if you're up early, depending on where you are in the world. Check out those shows. Plus, there's just so much content to look forward to. And then, question: when will the next NOW be with you and Trevor? I know you guys
I
talked
don't know.
about.
We planned on possibly doing it today, but things got busy, and it's gonna be an afternoon stream one of these days. It might be tomorrow.
Okay.
I think I only have that 7:30 appointment, so
So, chat.
may
What?
do something tomorrow afternoon. But we are not going to do the planned topic. We are just going to do a short This Week in Wrestling stream because we want to let you guys know that the next stream that we want you guys to really be a part of is going to be next week. As in this Sunday, we are going to be doing top 10 favorite women's wrestlers of all time. So we want to give you guys a little bit of time. We don't just want to jump into that
Thank you. I'll have
and
a
not give
list
you
ready
guys
this
time.
time.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we didn't want to do, is just hop in and have these lists that we're doing and nobody be ready for it. So if you guys are here now, you're being told. If we are going on Sunday, I know it's been a rough 2 weeks. We will be doing the top 10 women's wrestlers of all time. Yeah. This week will be just a short, I mean, it might be a half hour to an hour long just talking about the week in wrestling. I mean, there is some stuff to talk about, some big releases and things like that. But yeah, we'll dive into it. It shouldn't take us too long though.
So if you're a fan of wrestling, you're in the right place. Among our Dosage podcasts on podcast platforms, every episode of the Nerds of Wrestling podcast can be found. They cover all wrestling, everything in the world of wrestling. They're generally live on Sunday nights on the Twitch channel if you ever want to tune in live. But if you miss an episode, they're archived. Google, Apple, Spotify, and they also have their own YouTube channel. So if you're a fan of wrestling, again, you're in the right place. Check them out. Give them support. And then the best of advice I have for anyone that wants to check out our content when it goes live, turn on those notifications. Get notified of when we go live. If you don't have those notifications on, you don't know when we're live. We also have notifications set on our Twitter now. We also have notifications in our Discord. If you're not following us on Twitter, and if you're not in our Discord, you're missing out. Join the fun. Join our Discord. Join us on social media. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, really anywhere. Join us. Be a part of the conversation and continue building what we're doing here. So yeah, Rated already has his pick because reasons. Good Lord, Rated. We need to find you a friend.
Bad.
Anyways, it's been a pleasure as always doing this show with you two. And thanks for popping in and helping us out tonight with these. Generally, iRob can be found on the our DNA podcast, which is the real, because we keep it real, REEL, Dose of Nerd Acumen podcast. What we do there is video game movie reviews. Our next one is going to be Detective Pikachu. That is coming later in the month. So do yourself a favor, watch Detective Pikachu. If you like music, listen to Yum Yum's Lure by ICP. That is their latest EP. That'll be the next music album that we review on the podcast. That is also coming later this month. So a lot of content coming your way. And Cody has advice before we exit on how to pick up chicks. So
You bend down and you pick them up because they're cute and fluffy.
it's true. So all that and more, you guys are in the right place. If you like this type of content, we try to give you the best variety of stuff that can be found on one single channel, and I feel like we're delivering on that promise. If we're not, you can always give us feedback, but we don't want to know. Isn't that what Bowman Burnham says? We don't want to know.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
But anyways, thank you both. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, supporters. You guys are truly the best. And until next time, be safe out there. And damn it, get some sleep.